Howdy, Krista. So, I started school today, and that was exciting. I haven't been to school in over 2 years. I say exciting, but mostly it made me feel like this doodle I did in my statistics class this morning. Yeah, that little bear is my new friend. Anyhow, continuing in the theme of despair, I wanted to talk about why textbooks are so expensive. I'm going to start with a specific example and then move to the more general case. So this is my statistics textbook. It has a picture of Mount Hood on the cover, and that tells you that it has been personalized to the Portland Community College schools, which is good in that buying a new textbook is somewhat cheaper, but bad in that it diminishes the resale value. I can only sell it to other PCC students, and that makes the pool somewhat smaller. So, it does make the initial investment a little bit smaller, but I had to buy a new edition because it's really hard to find used editions. So that's a bit of a pity. And in buying a new edition, I have to buy it bundled with a bunch of other stuff. This is the Student Solutions Manual, and it has all of the answers to all of the exercises in the book. But the professor's not going to assign any exercises out of the book. All of the homework is online, which is good, I suppose, except that this was completely useless. I had to enter my course number, so on some level the professor must have been aware that this would be a required piece of material for the class. I think perhaps the professor doesn't know all of the things that he required us to buy. This is Active Stats. It contains supplementary course material and interactive activities. Supplementary means not required for the class. This big piece of cardboard just contains a teeny-weeny access code to my math lab, which is a portal to online content. It allows me to access some other stuff, and if the professor sets it up, he hasn't yet, but if he sets it up, then I will be able to submit the online homework through my math lab instead of having to take a screenshot and emailing it to him, or taking a screenshot, printing it out, and then turning in that screenshot. That is literally the system that he is using. So it's not just me! Textbooks are really expensive, and they've gotten more expensive. Since 1978, the cost of textbooks has increased at 4 times the rate of inflation. Here are 5 reasons why textbooks have gotten so gosh darn expensive. Reason number 1. All those fancy charts and graphs cost a lot of money. About 1/3 of textbook costs goes into graphic design and printing on glossy paper, and another 1/10 goes into author royalties. Reason number 2. Very few companies produce almost all of the textbooks, and this oligopoly colludes to attack startups and textbook alternatives with frivolous copyright lawsuits. Reason number 3. New editions of textbooks are often bundled with a bunch of unnecessary stuff, so they can charge you even more. Reason number 4. New editions. By releasing a new version every couple of years, textbook publishers ensure that they're always setting the price for their books. And also, they diminish the resale value of older copies. Reason number 5. Until 2010, publishers were not required to tell teachers how much their books would actually cost students. Even today, they may not be aware of all the things that their textbook was bundled with. And they have no real incentive to consider price except the sad, pleading looks on their students' faces. So there are 5 reasons why textbooks are so expensive. I understand that a lot of this doesn't affect you because you're probably not planning on going back to school anytime soon, but I bet a lot of that student debt you have is from books, eh? Anyhow, I'll see you tomorrow. I want to talk about why textbooks are so expensive. I'm going to start with a specific...